It's okay. Mitchell Studios is going live again from the Gregg County Fair Friday nights. First night of the Gregg County Fair. We're going to be here for 9 days. There's live music. There's lots of party events happening every day. We got lots of Mitchell Studios art here at the Gregg County Fair, and we are going to be here for 9 days until next Saturday. So just want to remind everybody that Mitchell Studios was at Rocklahoma last weekend, checking out the music of over 60 bands, and then Mitchell Studios will be presenting the Tyler Comic Con in Tyler, Texas, November 21st and 22nd. So here we are, checking it out, the art of Mitchell Studios, featuring black and white Batman paintings, originals on canvas, and fluorescent planet and pyramid paintings, original on canvas. And I paint little hearts that I put names on it for people. And so we got lots of planets and pyramid art. Batman. And we got the Joker. Fluorescent blacklight Joker paintings. Fluorescent Batman and fluorescent, psychedelic fluorescent spray paint etchings of ram skulls. So the ram skull and a goat skull at Rocklahoma last weekend, along with 15 or 20 other paintings and lots and lots and lots of prints, a few big time originals. So we got Alice Cooper. Fluorescent blacklight Alice Cooper painted on an 18 by 24 inch canvas by Brett Mitchell of Mitchell Studios. There's more planets and some creepy figures done with oil paint. And we got a Wolfman over there. We got Ozzy over here. Frank Frazetta Deathpool. Death Dealer, Deadpool. Yes. Fluorescent butterflies. Stitch. Ghostface. Stitch again. Jason. An angel girl hide behind there. Light girl. Ozzy Man. Again, 18 by 24 inch canvas. It's either Ozzy or John Lennon. Mysterio, 24 by 36. Joker Cookies, 24 by 36 inch. Woohoo! Got that other Alice Cooper, or maybe it's Jesus Christ, I'm not sure. Alice Cooper, Jesus Christ. What do you think? Why don't you let me know what you think? And then that one's definitely Alice Cooper. Definitely looks like Mr. Alice Cooper. Yeah, your little sister, Bioshock, part of my Studios a long time ago. I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The art of Brett Mitchell is at the Gregg County Fair in Longview, Texas, until next Saturday night. And the Punisher. Ozzy Man. We got Dragonflies. Figure paintings of Taylor Momsen from the Pretty Reckless. Doctor Who, Twilight, artists, stickers, little art cards. And again, the art of Mitchell Studios will be putting on the Tyler Comic Con November 21st and 22nd in Tyler, Texas. And the art of Mitchell Studios was at Rocklahoma. It's just a banner they gave me for my booth. Mitchell Studios, Rocklahoma. I was selling mine and my daughter's art. Had a 4-day music festival with over 60 bands, including Alice Cooper, Marilyn Manson, Breaking Benjamin, Shinedown, the singer from Iron Maiden, the singer from some other band that sang Youth Gone Wild, and Lita Ford was there, and 60 other bands or so. So it was amazing. I was living the dream. Here we go. We got superheroes and villains, comic book characters. We got fine art Deadpool. We had Deadpool ode to Frank Frazetta, the Death Dealer, Deathpool. And we have Wolverine and Wolverine Deadpool, best friends. Somewhere else back here I have, another one, Best Friends Forever, and Red Hulk, Green Hulk, Hulk. And those are all paintings. This was a collaboration between Marvel Comics artist, Marvel and DC Comics artist Sam De La Rosa, and Brett Mitchell. There's a Daredevil based off of the opening of the Netflix TV show, and the Black Panther that I did in watercolor. Venom collaboration with, Sam De La Rosa. Spider-Man Venom. These were all large canvases. These are smaller prints. Another collaboration. Sam De La Rosa, thank you very much. That's a Venom painting I did. And this is a Carnage Sam De La Rosa collaboration. Carnage by me, and that other symbiote Scream by me. That's right, there was a female symbiote named Scream. Green Lantern Spider-Man collaboration between me and Sam De La Rosa. This is an 8 foot by 8 foot painting at my house. Right after I learned how to spray paint, I did this big giant spray painting, 8 foot by 8 foot on 2 4 by 8 panels, all in one day. I put a Starship Enterprise in there, I put a Millennium Falcon in there, I put a Batman in there, and I put a Doctor Who artist in there. Massive painting, lots of stuff, need to add more. You can see it at the Tyler Comic Con. And this is cosplayer Crystal Star, better known as Lego Master Crystal Star. This is from a long time ago when she was a cosplayer, and I drew a picture of one of her photo shoots. Needless to say, it's signed by Crystal Star, Lego Master. This was a 24 by 36 inch fluorescent spray painting of Tigra from Marvel that I did a few years ago. Sold the original a few years ago. Mysterio, which I still have, 24 by 36 inch Mysterio, right over here on this wall. You can pick it up at the Gregg County Fair in Longview, Texas. And that's a Joker Cookie. Also large Iron Man painting. And an Old Man group. and a baby group. Somewhere around I did a teen group, but I don't have a teen group anymore. And a Doctor Strange, and a missing page. I think I sold the last Superman I got out of that page, which began the DC stuff. And there's the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix Joker from Joker 1, Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga, Joker and Harley Quinn from that wonderful musical, The Joker 2, or Joker 2, whatever. Anyhow, I know everybody just loved that movie. And then this is a generic Joker Batman fluorescent spray painting that I did a long time ago and sold for lots and lots of money. And a 24 by 36 inch. Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, Joker. It also sold a long time ago for lots of money. Batman blue, Batman pink, Batman yellow, Batman green, Batman orange, and Carnage. Something else is missing. I sold something else. It has a link page, and then there's Wonder Woman. Badass Wonder Woman flipping over a half track in the first Wonder Woman movie. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. One of the few pieces of art that was collaborated on by me and my daughter. I did the black and white line drawing, and I was afraid I would certainly mess up the color of the human skin, which I don't know how to do. So I asked her to color it digitally. So it is a original drawing by me with digital color by Julia Stroud. Flash, fluorescent spray painting. Arrow, drawing I did. It has everything. I've got pens and inks and colored pencils and markers and acrylic paint. Got everything on here with spray paint, wall paint. To create this monstrosity, and it was something I did in 2013 for my very first Comic-Con, my very first art show, the one that changed my life. Yes, in 2013, September of 2013, my life was changed at the first Comic-Con I went to as an artist. That was another one that I did for the same show. Ta-da! So there is a little picture that was 24 by 36 inches, put in a frame that I found at Goodwill, and sold to somebody. That's original Harley Quinn and Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. Lovely, delicious. And there we got original Harley Quinn, done by Julia Stroud back when she was about 17 years old. Just wanted to do it about her contemplating the world and what she was going to do with it, and that's what she did. A close-up of that other one by me, and then some of my pen drawings. Yes, one of my most hated drawings ever of my life, but I keep selling prints of it, so I keep showing it. Harley Quinn putting her shirt on, with a nasty look on her face. But hey, I drew it, I sell prints of it, I'm happy, I don't like the art. I like this one a whole lot better. This one's Harley Quinn, with guns. Oh yeah. I like that drawing I did much better. I needed to redo the other one another time. I actually did that. And I did another one as a commission for somebody, and it was actually better than this one, but I never took a picture of it. I got it on my hands before I took a picture, so shh. Talk too loud. It's the Enchantress. The Enchantress from Suicide Squad. Nice little black pen and ink and Sharpie marker drawing back when I knew how to do it. What I really like about this drawing is the eyes. Somehow or another I got those mirror eyes to work. Just a simple black and white drawing. If you do 10,000 pieces of art, they can't all suck. You're bound to have a decent one. And there we go, Poison Ivy. I did that Poison Ivy one just like it. I painted on a guitar that was then played by Steve Conte. He played Crazy Train on it by Ozzy Osbourne. And we made a music video, and that music video should be on my TikTok, but may for sure be on my YouTube. We have Raven, and we have Starfire, a couple of watercolors that I did back in the day when that Titans TV show just first came out. So this is the Art of the Studios. We're here at the Bragg County Fair. We're going to be here till next Saturday, selling art. Longview, Texas. Hal Jordan, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, whatever, they had a comic book together. And then we have this fine art painting of Spawn. You see Spawn in there? There's Spawn's face. There's Spawn's chest piece. There's one of the knives of Spawn. There's one of the other knives of Spawn. Coming down right there, face, chest piece. That was a wonderful fluorescent blacklight Spawn etching and fine art spray painting that I did last year and sold in Florida. It was just an amazing piece. I don't like 50% of my art. I don't like 80% of my art. I later on liked 50% of it, but this piece I liked immediately when I did it. Kind of like my Marilyn Manson piece that I sold at Rocklahoma, so I can't show it to you because I sold it in Rocklahoma. Oh boy, this was one of my best drawings ever back in the day, 2013, for that first art show that changed my life. Because I was that guy. I was that guy that brought the celebrity to the table that bought my art. It was amazing. So, my daughter had never heard of the TARDIS, and we were going to be doing a Doctor Who convention, so she had to learn what the TARDIS was, and she had to draw a picture of the TARDIS, and she came up with this. She drew it with pens, and then scanned it in the computer and did digital color and texture. But what she tried to do was, she heard that the TARDIS was bigger on the inside, so she wanted to try and make a picture of it where it's spilling out and making itself bigger on the outside, and that's what she came up with. So yeah, she did a nice, lovely TARDIS in my superhero book, one of the only few drawings that she put in here. One was that original Harley Quinn. And then I have my fine art, blacklight TARDIS pictures that I do that are completely different. But they are fluorescent blacklight, and these are a few of the 60 or 80 or maybe 200 that I've painted that were some of the best ones I did. And once again, we're back to the end of this book. There we go. So this is one of the other few drawings that Julia Stroud has in my superhero book, and that's her superhero concept art that she created. Generic superhero, but she did not want to get any copyrighted whatevers, so she made a mismatch of whatever generic superhero concept. And oh my God, she does lovely figure art, amazing concept art. She's just an amazing artist. I can't believe that she can do that. I can't believe that she's my daughter. Also can't believe I did this one. Spider-Man Vulture. So that was book one. We will potentially go on to book two. Superhero. Book two. Book two is the book of horror. What do you think? We did a convention about 8 or 9 years ago, and Tim Curry was there. So Julia, being a big Tim Curry fan, and the new It without Tim Curry was coming out, so she did a wanted to do a Frankenfurter, so she did a Pennywise Frankenfurter mashup in honor of breathing the same air at a convention with Tim Curry. We didn't see him. He was there. This was right after he'd already had his stroke, so anyhow, she did this in honor of Mr. Curry. She did this one sometime after playing Silent Hill. But the original was black and white, and she scanned it in the computer and added a little red bloody stuff to make it much, much better. So, Silent Hill, bloody, 17 years old when she did that one. So this is a skeleton she did in her one and only figure drawing class that she did in college. The only art class she took. Some kind of a medical drawing of a skeleton with some kind of back problem. And then on to some of the artwork by Brett Mitchell, me instead of Julia Stroud. So I was in Rocklahoma in 2022, and I got this commission to do. And then the same girl the sister of the girl gave me this commission to do at Rocklahoma in 2022 also. So I did 2 commissions for 2 sisters in 2022, and I did 2 more for the same 2 sisters in 2023. And I missed them last year because I wasn't there last year, and I don't think they were there last year either. But this year, they were once again at Rocklahoma, and I did a commission for both of them and their dad. And the commission that I did for them was a couple of characters. Where are those characters? Those characters are right here somewhere. Give me a minute. Bear with me. Oh, yep, that's one of the commissions I did for one of the sisters. A little Michael Myers, and then the other sister got Brandon Lee the Crow. Yeah, I painted a couple of crows in there. And then their dad decided to join in on the fun and get a commission too. And I did this one for their dad. So now the whole family bought a commission. Now this is the 3rd in a row for the sisters, and they plan on coming back every year and getting a commission from me as long as I'm in Rocklahoma and they get to Rocklahoma. And I did another commission for somebody else that was there, and that was this one. And yep, that's it. I did another commission for somebody, but somehow or another I forgot to take a picture of it. And they got off with that Loki commission without me, this is me wearing a shirt that I got that reacts to blacklight. Needless to say, I didn't get a picture of that commission I did. And it was a commission. It was a Loki character. Anyhow, back to the book. Chucky. Oh wait, Chucky. Right, Chucky. Tiffany. Drew those 2 when I was at Born and Raised, the music festival that's 2 weeks after Rocklahoma a couple years ago. Still have the originals on those. So I am here at the Gregg County Fair in Longview, Texas until next Saturday. And you can come by and buy the original Tiffany and Chucky from me. And you can find me at this fair. I'm outside, sweating my ass off. So anyhow, I painted Frankenstein black and white, big acrylic painting, like 20 by 24, 24 by 30 inch painting canvas, acrylic paint. And I hadn't sold it in a while, so I got tired of it, so I spray painted it fluorescent green. And now it looks like shit. So I'm going to have to fix it up and add some more black on top of the fluorescent green to make it look like when I get done with it, it's going to look awesome. Can't wait. Anyhow, I was at a Louisiana State Fair a few years ago selling art. Somebody saw the Frankenstein painting, Frankenstein's monster painting. Who was the monster really? Was it the doctor or his creation? Well, they were both monsters, sort of. Anyhow, but they didn't want Frankenstein. They wanted the Bride of Frankenstein. So they were going on a helicopter ride at the Louisiana State Fair a few years ago, and they said, I want the Bride of Frankenstein. We'll be back in 20 minutes from the helicopter ride. You whip it out. I'll give you $40 for it. So I drew it on a little piece of paper. It was about half the size of a regular piece of paper. And I had it done in less than 20 minutes. Scribble, Sharpie. The Bride of Frankenstein. They loved it. They got it. And so then I blew it up to 4 times the size and made prints of it. Amazing. So I was at the Louisiana State Fair last year, and it was during Halloween. So I created this Halloween picture right there. Halloween 2024. D-Mitch 999. That's me. And I did this collage of various pictures, a couple of them from my brain, one from, that, this one from my brain, sort of. The demon girl definitely from my brain. I didn't even use any reference picture. Vampirella and this dog, I turned it into a werewolf kind of thing, and then this other little demon girl directly from my brain. Anyhow, it is my 2024 Halloween picture, and I plan on making that a tradition now. From now on, I'm going to do a Halloween collage and or picture of something in honor of me being an artist and half-assed decent at it. Spray painting, very simple. Black and white paint, newspaper folded up into squares, unfolded, slap it down, peel it off, paint your hand red, and then slap the page with your hand. Slap the painting with your hand, and then if it gets blown over on top of another painting, you get some extra red on it, you have to peel them apart, and you get this amazing piece of art that I can never recreate again. Well, I still have the same hand, and I can still paint it. I can still do the process again. Needless to say, it came out wonderful, and it was one of those 2 pieces that I thought was good when I did it. Now we'll go on to still art. The art of Julia Stroud, Lady D from Resident Evil, about 6 years ago. Digital oil painting, amazing art. Then the other day, I was going to go to a Comic-Con where the actor for Art the Clown was, so I got Julia, my daughter, to paint Art the Clown. And so she painted this little bitty picture of Art the Clown that was like 5 by 7. And this is blown up to 11 by 15. And look at the detail that's in this thing at 11 by 15 and the proportions and everything. And she drew it like 5 by 7. Little bitty, 1/4 or 1/6 of the size that it is now. Art the Clown, amazing piece. So I'm at the GeekCon in Shreveport a few weeks ago, and the actor for Art the Clown was there. And we sold about 12 of those, about 10 of them got signed. One of them came back with a signature so I could photograph it and prove that it actually happened. And it did, it was great. Yay, yay, yay. I now have a picture of that somewhere in my phone. Things that happen. So this was one of the first live videos I did, was drawing this piece. It was on YouTube. I think it may be on TikTok now too, I'm not sure, because I don't know what I'm doing. Anyhow, so I do that, and I don't like this picture, none too much at all, but I sold it a bunch of times, and I sold the original not too long ago. So I'm happy. I just don't like the picture. But right next to it is a picture I liked immediately when I drew it, and I found out that I drew it wrong. But anyhow, I like it. This was just a drawing with a ballpoint pen. I had a blue click pen, no, it was a Bic pen, blue, and I drew the main part of it, and then I realized, the lips are red. I need to get a red pen to do that. So I got a red ballpoint pen and did the lips, and then I got a light blue ballpoint pen and added some highlights to it, and used it for the color in the eyes, and then I did the background in black and contrasted to make her pop out, which seemed to have worked. Now the original is not as thick as this one, because when I scanned the original, I had the guy take Photoshop and triple layer it, and it really made it, the prints pop. Pop! Speaking of popping, pop the balloon over there. That was not a gunshot, it was a balloon pop. Alright, so are y'all sick and tired of listening to me? Is there anybody out there? I don't know how many people are out there. I don't know if anybody's listening. I keep getting people joining, but it doesn't look like anybody's there. I don't know how to read these things. I can't barely see it. I'm blind. So anyhow, I'm going to ramble on since I got no customers. Nothing else is happening. But that was Maleficent, one of the pictures I liked when I drew it. And this is one of the paintings I liked when I painted it. This is Taylor Momsen, Pretty Reckless, Death by Rock and Roll, laying next to a grave. If you can't see it, that's fine. It's there. And it's lovely. And there's like ankle, knees, hip, waist, coming up here, arms, hugging her upper body. There's no face in there, and then there's hair all over the place. And that's Taylor Momsen doing Pretty Reckless. And then I did this one of her at the end of a song, and she does her hands up routine. Hands up. So 2 Taylor Momsen pictures. So we're into the music section of my horror book, and that's because they look horrible. I mean, no, they look like horror. And then we got Ozzy Osbourne, zombieing out. This is a pencil drawing that I did with a mechanical pencil in about 6 hours. Nothing special, whatever. So then I copied it on the art paper because I've done this before with Hellboy, so I didn't want to ruin the pencils by doing inks or color on it. So I copied it on the art paper, and then I watercolored the art paper over the drawing with fluorescent, acrylic fluorescent, blacklight watercolor paintings, with watercolor paints, and I created this monstrosity out of it. It came out way too orange, but oh well, it is what it is. And I also did a black, silver, and gold inking of it. So now I have 3 originals. And I kind of like that. Kind of really like the pencil drawing of Ozzy. I was surprised at how well it came out. In honor of the life of Ozzy Osbourne. Yes, Ozzy, you were amazing. Black Sabbath's first album. Black Sabbath song, Black Sabbath, my favorite song forever. Iron Man, one of my favorite other songs. Black Sabbath has like 5 songs in my top 10. And yes, amazing. And this is art by Julia of Alice Cooper. Got the sunglasses on the hat and the snake in the sunglasses, and just did the lines. And she should probably take this and do some kind of amazing color with it, but she never did. And I took this to the show because Alice Cooper was there at Oklahoma this year, and I sold 1 or 2 of these. My Angel Girl commission I did for somebody. Just found, they gave me a picture, they wanted me to draw my representation of it, and I did it. And that's what the drawing looked like. It was colored with highlighters, and then when I put it in the black light, it looked like that. But I'm not sure that the girl ever saw it in the black light because she liked the way it looked under normal light. And yeah, amazing. I like that picture when I first did it, unlike without most of my pictures. Black and white ram skull, spray paint etching technique, and then I did the same thing in multicolored fluorescent spray paint. Spray paint this thing yellow, green, orange paint, yellow, green, orange paint, yellow, green, orange paint on the canvas, and then spray paint the whole thing black, and then scrape this etch this scraping, do this thing in there while I'm doing it. Come on. I can't believe that I can do something like that, but I figured out how to do it. Sometimes it looks great, sometimes it looks like crap. That was one of the great ones. This is one of the crap ones. So this is the same thing, spray paint etching. Multicolors, spray painted all over the place, and threw all kinds of paint on it and did everything I could to fix it up after I wrote it. But anyhow, that's Freddy Krueger. Lying right on the street. Lying right on the street? Yeah, Freddy Krueger. So I did a female Freddy Krueger on that thing that's on my hand in there. And then, speaking of that, I did a female Pennywise. I don't have a clue where that drawings are anymore. I may have sold them, I may still have them somewhere. Maybe I'll find them. So I like to do the female versions of some of these characters. And then there's Candyman. That was another one of the Rocklahoma commissions. That was Rocklahoma 23, or 2023. It was Rocklahoma 15, I think. Which, Candyman, I'm not very good at doing portraits, but you know what? This portrait came out looking like a Candyman. Like maybe I did know what I was doing. And again, just pens and Sharpie markers, a drawing that looks like a Candyman actor, and then I just splattered some blood on it. I think this is the famous picture I did where I cut my hand accidentally on something, and I had squeezed some of the blood out, and some of that red stuff on there was on the original drawing is my actual blood. Anytime I do accidentally cut my fingers or whatever and start bleeding, I like to use it on my art, and it's only happened a couple times, but that was one of them that did happen. Fluorescent blacklight spray paint etching of a butterfly. Fluorescent blacklight spray paint etching of a female figure sitting down. The head, the shoulders, chest, hips, knee, leg, feet, knee, foot. Fluorescent female figure. Blacklight spray paint etching. Once again, I don't particularly like that one, but if you do 10,000 pieces of art, they can't all sell. Larissa from Defiance, and Stephanie Leonidas was the girl that I got to come up and buy art from me, who was autographing her stuff because she was one of the celebrities at the first Comic-Con, and she played Larissa from Defiance. And that was the picture she liked so well. That was another version of it, and it was an amazing piece of art that I created for that first Comic-Con I went to in 2013 that changed my life, and she was part of that life-changing event. Stephanie Leonidas, Arissa from Defiance. So that bloody picture from Silent Hill that my daughter Julia did, everybody wanted a color original, so I tried to paint that picture. And she had that elegant painting, drawing, whatever, and I ended up with this completely disturbing picture drawing. I painted it, I put the paint on there thick enough that I could slap another canvas up against it, give me a mirror image, and I did that, so I have mirror images of paintings, which I do from time to time when they're simple like that. And then that's a whole other story. That was 50-year-old William Alexander oil paint that I had for a long, long time ago. And William Alexander, you didn't know William Alexander is the guy who taught Bob Ross how to paint. Bob Ross got really famous 10 years after he took over William Alexander's show. William Alexander was doing the show before Bob Ross. He taught Bob Ross how to paint. And then Bob Ross got a show and got super popular because he did his happy little trees with his little funny voice that everybody liked to sleep to. So, is anybody out there listening? That's Stephanie Leonidas. Stephanie DeAngelis? No, Victoria DeAngelis from Måneskin, my favorite bass player. And that's a picture I drew of her. And so this is more music-related stuff. And there's another picture I drew. This one is Taylor Momsen. Taylor Momsen, I drew this picture. I videoed me drawing this picture. I drew it, and I painted it. I shrunk it into a little short, 45-second video of me drawing and painting it. Taylor Momsen, put it on Instagram, shared it to the official Taylor Momsen Instagram account, the Blue Star one, whatever they call it, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, it was up there for a week or so, actually maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and it got about 2,000 or 3,000 views, no big deal. Then one morning I was on my way to work, back when I worked. Back when I did this thing in 2022, I was still working for other people. Now I only work for you, the listeners, and the buyers, purchasers of art. Anyhow, back to that. All of a sudden, I was on my way to work, and I got an Instagram email or something, whatever, some kind of contact saying, your video has got like 60,000 views. And so what happened was Taylor Momsen had shared it to her story on her official site, or at least somebody did, shared it to her story on her official site, and I got 60,000 views on that video overnight. And so that was great. She had like, 1.2 million followers or something. I got 60,000 views. That's the most views I got on any video overnight. I do have a video or two that some other people have done on my YouTube channel that have been around for 10 years, and they have lots of thousands of views. So that's the story on Taylor Momsen. This particular drawing of Taylor Momsen that I did. Okay, Slender Man, and that's it. I'm going to shut this down at the Slender Man. So y'all just remember that. I'll probably be back tomorrow night and talk about the rest of the prints that I have, or well, probably not tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's Saturday. I'll probably be too busy to do it Saturday night, maybe Sunday night. Anyhow, I'm going to try to go live from time to time while I'm at this event, and it'll usually be a little bit earlier because the show closes at 10 during the week. So start looking for me to go live at 9 o'clock each night, Central Time. Whatever time that is in your time zone, I don't know. But I'll be going live at 9 o'clock Central Time on the TikToks for a while when I think about it, remember it, or have time to do it. Thanks for joining me for this Brett Talk. And you were listening to Brett Mitchell live from the Great County Fair in Longview, Texas, selling the Art of Mitchell Studios. And this is going to be putting on the Tyler Comic-Con. Tyler Comic-Con will be coming September 21st, November 21st and 22nd. Tyler Comic-Con. And remember, I was at Rocklahoma last weekend selling my art with just 60,000 people or so. It was great. Wonderful doing there. Anyhow, 9 o'clock tomorrow night, Central Time. I will see y'all, not tomorrow night, maybe. I don't know if I can do it on Saturday nights, but anyhow, we'll see you tomorrow night, or the next night, or whenever. I'm going to try to go live tonight. Suffragette City. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. That is a David Bowie painting. Looks really weird in the dark. It's supposed to be David Bowie. Serious Moonlight. Okay, we'll see you next time.